your SID, right? That 40, correct? That 40. Angle, we're not going to have an angle in this, so what we usually do is you put your thumb on transverse and your thumb on horizontal so that you can move this tube around where you need to here, right? Because we don't need detent, do we? We're not in the buggy, we don't need detent. We don't want to touch our SID. So, something I want you guys to get used to right from the beginning. Don't come in here and turn your light on. We don't care about the light right now. We want to get the part where we want it on the IR first and be happy with that. Then we bring the light to the part.
That's for all
of
extremities?
them. Anything that's on the table. Yep. So I'm going to take his finger. Which finger are we doing? 2, 3, 4, 5?
1.
3, 1. All right, I heard 3 first. Okay, so here's his third digit. So what I need is from here to here. So I'm placing that in the center of the third of the cassette. Do you understand what I'm saying when I say that? The center of the third of the cassette. Meaning I don't want it up here, because now my picture's going to be up there. We don't want it down here. This is the 1/3 of the cassette. This is what I need from here to here, and it is the center of the third. We have these things. You can use them if you like them. If you don't like them, don't use them. But this will block. So the reason you have these is, one, so that scatter can't reach this part of the film. But think about how much scatter is going to be created from this little finger. Hardly anything. So that's why you don't have to use them. But it's good to block your spaces with it too. So I have this in the third. Now this is how he's comfortable. I'm not going to come and tell him to do this and get him straight on the table. He came and sat down. That's where he put his arm. That's where he wants to be. You don't move him from there. So now that I have the part where I want it on the IR, I'm just going to bring the light to the part. So I turn my light on. I'm going to leave this loose so that I can turn this, and we just collimate down to the finger. Alright, so you see that? You bring the part where you want it on the IR, then you just bring the light to the part. If you try and put your light on first, it's going to confuse you so bad because you're going to be trying to bring this to the light. You want to bring the light to the part instead of the part to the light. So I've included, past the finger, I've definitely included half of the metacarpals. I can collimate more because I don't need that much metacarpal, but now look at my marker. It's disappearing. So I'm leaving it, and I'm just going to leave my light like that for all 3 of them. Don't try and do this. Look what happens to the finger. See, I'm starting to lose everything. Don't go crazy with collimation. That's fine for that not to be included in there. There's no problem whatsoever. He's shielded. He's comfortable. Don't move. Beep. Now I'm going to lift his hand. I'm going to go ahead and cover this, what I used, if I want to, and then I'm going to shift. I'm not going to bring him over here. I'm bringing this to him, and he's just going to set it right back down where he's comfortable. Now I need to rotate this 45 degrees, and this is where this comes in handy if you want to use that. Looks comfortable, right? You can rest his hand on that. Is the digit parallel? It's got a little bit of a thing there, so if I want to, I can bring it up on the sponge. Now it's nice and parallel, right? See how it's parallel in there? Get it to the center, and now I'll just bring my light back over there. Beep. Neighbors. Okay, so I've still got plenty over here, so I don't need to worry about overlap. Like you were asking about the overlap, there's plenty of room on here to worry about that. So now I'm going to shift this over, to the third one, and he's going to try and get that finger out as much as possible. We're going to put it up on here, and then I'm going to give him this and say, can you take that and push your finger out? Yeah, other end might be clumpy. There we go. And now we've got his hand over in 1/3 of the cassette. And beep.
So that's all 3 for the finger.